ICFACRA committee launch session, which this theme addresses and discuss on the theme of committee launch in the presence of leadership of ICFA, BL Agro, Leads Connect and committee members on climate resilience, agriculture and policy cooperation. So the Climate Resilience Agriculture CRA committee is being constituted as the high-level multi-stakeholder platform dedicated to promoting climate-smart strategies, advancing resilient agricultural practices, and strengthening value chains to safeguard food security and farmer livelihoods. The committee will bring together thought leaders, policymakers, industry representatives, and researchers to pioneer innovative solutions for a more sustainable and climate-resilient agricultural system. So in this context, ICFA and BL Agro are jointly launching the Climate Resilience Agricultural CRA Committee with the aim of aligning science, policy and practice to address the challenges posed by the climate change in agriculture. So for the same, to introduce, I would like to introduce once again on the stage Dr. Alok B. Mukherjee, Director Research Analytics and Modeling, Leads Connect, to give a brief note on the CRA committee. Everyone, once again, can we have a huge round of applause for Dr. Alok, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to keep it very brief. As we have been discussing since morning, the importance of agriculture, considering studying agriculture in the context of ecology and climate change. The most important thing right now this climate change is a reality all across. It's no more confined to any kind of conference room or boardroom discussions. We know that the productivity, the land degradation, the landscape fragmentation, these things are now realities. So we need to have a committee, we need to have something, some framework where we can have comprehensive discussion on these regards, on the different aspects of climate ecosystem, considering agriculture as a core event. So that's why the BL Agro group and Leads along with ICFA decided to launch a dedicated committee on climate resilient agriculture, which is, we believe that it's a very, very strong step towards ensuring sustainability, because without considering now climate induced stress parameters, now this can't be addressed in any manner. As I was discussing in one of the technical sessions also, there's so many things we are doing in this context, that different products and all, but one thing was at the center of the things, that how we handle the local complexities in different zones and ecological zones. So it may look simple or something, but actually it's very, very complex. It needs interdisciplinary deliberations and collaborations. So with this, I would like to put an end to this opening remark. But yes, very important step towards a very, very strong journey to ensure that we should have a sustainable ecosystem, sustainable agricultural ecosystem, and that can't happen without by ignoring the climate hazard parameters. So that's why now CR is a reality, and we are taking this step. Thank you so much.
Indian Chamber of Food and Agriculture. Everyone, can we have a huge round of applause for the gentleman, please, Dr. Arun. I would also like to invite Dr. H.S. Oberoi, Director, National Institute of Food Technology and Management. Thank you so much, sir, for joining here with us. May I also request Mr. J.P. Meena, IAS, our Secretary General, Indian Beverage Association, to please join us on the stage. Everyone, a huge round of applause for Dr. H.S. Oberoi as well. Okay, Dr. H.S. Oberoi, and we also have Mr. J.P. Meena, and who will be joining us very soon. Mr. Vivek Mathur, Mr. Dinesh Chauhan. Mr. Vivek Mathur, I would like to call him on the stage before, who is the Executive Director, Indian Chamber of Food and Agriculture. Everyone, a huge round of applause. Thank you so much, sir, for marking your beautiful presence. We also have the privilege for us to join Dr. Dinesh Chauhan, who is the Head Agro-Business and Innovation Platform, ICRI SAT. Everyone, can we have a huge round of applause for Dr. Dinesh Chauhan. Dr. A.K. Singh has also joined us, everyone, who is the former DDG, ICAR and ex-VC. Can we have a huge round of applause for Dr. A.K. Singh? Thank you so much, sir, for your beautiful and lovely presence. And I would also request Dr. Ghanshyam Khandelwal, who is the chairman, BL Agro Industries Private Limited, to please join us on the stage.
Khandelwal is also the chairman of UP chapter of ICFA. He just became a chairman there. So we welcome all the guests, and we will start the session with our ED Saab, and he will give the initial address, and then we will start with the CRA committee.
Good afternoon, respected dignitaries and members of the dais and my dear friends. It is indeed a momentous occasion to launch this committee, the ICFACRA committee. And we had recently, ICFA and BL Agro had recently launched another big committee in the state of Uttar Pradesh, which was launched with much fanfare and with the active participation of government and the industry. This committee is being launched today with a vision to move forward and to ensure that it translates into outcomes that touch the lives of farmers and strengthens our agri-food systems. This initiative is not meant to be a forum for discussions alone, but a platform for collaboration and actions. The intent is to design roadmaps and frameworks that can be implemented, tested, and scaled. We want this committee to become a driver of solutions and not be only for recommendations. Agriculture cannot be transformed in isolation. Government, industry, farmers, innovators, and researchers all have to move in the same direction. This committee will ensure that diverse perspectives are brought together, debated, and consolidated into strategies that are practical and future-oriented. For me, personally, the true measure of success will not be in documents or reports, but in the stories of change that we would create. A farmer who gains better access to markets, a startup that thrives in agri-innovation, or a consumer who receives safer and healthier food. Those are the outcomes this committee must aim for. As we launch this initiative today, I see it not just at the beginning of a committee, but at the start of a movement, one that reimagines Indian agriculture, builds bridges between stakeholders, and delivers meaningful change on the ground. Together, I believe we can make that happen. I congratulate all the members and wish this committee a success. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vivek Mathur, for these insightful and beautiful words. And everyone, we are moving forward, and I would like to call upon the next member on the stage. But before we move forward, I request all our delegates that we are running late, a little short of time. So we'll keep all the briefs very quick and clear. And I request, thoda hum jaldi karenge. And next, I would like to invite Dr. Tarun Sridhar, IAS, the Director General, Indian Chamber of Food and Agriculture, on the stage for the brief note. Everyone, a huge round of applause.
Thank you. As directed by you, I'll try to be very brief. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Vivek Mathur, the Executive Director, has given an outline of what this initiative is going to be. Let me very briefly tell you what is Indian Chamber of Food and Agriculture, the acronym being ICFA. ICFA is an apex chamber and apex organization representing the diverse stakeholders of the food and agriculture sector. We are essentially a policy advocacy think tank We take up diverse subjects which are of relevance to the food and agriculture production systems. And when we talk of agriculture, we include the entire gamut of livestock, poultry, dairy, fisheries also. Along with BL Agro, during certain deliberations and discussions, we were of the view that the vagaries of climate change pose the most serious threat to the agriculture sector and consequently to the food production systems. Global warming emerged as a major issue during the 1980s. But since 80s, over the last 4 decades or so, we have been discussing and talking a lot about the adverse effects the climate change is going to have on our food production systems, but very little substantive, tangible action is being done. And I think we need to blend our traditional wisdom along with the modern science and find lasting solutions to mitigate the ill effects of climate change, because it can seriously jeopardize food and nutrition security. So this initiative of creating this body to develop models for climate resilient agriculture will represent scientists, farmers, practitioners, policymakers, and come up with viable solutions to deal with this issue. So I'll stop here. We will look for support and cooperation from each and every one of you. And on behalf of the Indian Chamber of Food and Agriculture, I can assure BL Agro, our partners, and all the other stakeholders of food and agriculture sector that we will take this initiative very seriously and definitely try to come up with solutions, alternatives which are meaningful and productive. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir, for obeying my words also and for such an insightful speech. Everyone, please give it up for Dr. Tarun Sridhar. And that those were powerful words, yet, of course, very simple and less of the time. Okay, and we are moving forward now, and I would like to call upon Dr. H.S. Oberoi, the Director, National Institute of Food Technology and Management, for the next brief note. Everyone, a huge round of applause for Dr. H.S. Oberoi.
Thank you very much. I think I'll follow your advice. I'll be as brief as Dr. Sridhar has been. Respected members of the dais and of the dais, most of it has been already covered. But from the scientific perspective, I can just say one thing, that is, it's time that all of us come on board, whether we are policymakers or bureaucrats or scientists or technocrats and the industry together. Because if we look at the scope 1, scope 2, scope 3 emissions, which are largely contributing to greenhouse gas emissions and the climate change, are largely start from agriculture. And they run into post-production too, and then it is the food that is produced is further contributing towards that. So I think 3 things I will touch upon is, one is the maximum use of the renewable energy that we have. Although there are challenges, in fact I was monitoring one of the sessions in which Dr. Mukherjee is also was a panelist. They were talked about the use of solar energy, but it has its own merits and demerits too. We need to optimize a lot of processes, a lot of things. And of course, the waste and the residue that's generated, that has to be converted into something which is tangible, which is good, which could be biomaterial, which could be nutraceutical, which could be food back into the system, and then of course the sustainability thing. So if you're able to counter all these problems, because this requires not only science, but this requires the policies to be made and also require the support in the industry. And unfortunately in India, we have, we don't have a very strong organized food industry. So largely it's the unorganized sector. So a lot of awareness has to be created, and that is where the role of the startups and many more people come in. So thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm sure that the CRA, which is in Constitution, will do a commendable job. We're all part of it, and we look forward to more meetings and more deliberations. Thank you very much.
I would like to thank Dr. H.S. Oberoi for his wonderful and beautiful words. And now we are moving forward, and I would like to call upon Mr. J.P. Meena, who is IAS Secretary General, Indian Beverage Association, for the brief note next coming up. Everyone, please give it up for Mr. J.P. Meena.
Dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen, I have been present in this hall for quite some time and have been listening to various speakers. It's very relevant and appropriate to talk about how agriculture can meet the future challenges and how we can prepare farming community to face these challenges. Yes, I am glad to know that number of players, stakeholders working in this field, and they are trying to use all the knowledge, technologies available, all the models to prepare farmers, prepare agriculture to face the future challenges of the climate uh, risk. One thing only I would like to say is that in the whole scenario of making agriculture climate resilient, the most important player is the farmer. And I think in all the schemes and models and technologies, we'll have to make him active stakeholder. The technologies are developing every day, but the farmers has to be kept ready to adopt those technologies and how those technologies can be used to mitigate risk which agriculture would be facing. So any policy maker, any researcher, anybody who is working in this field has to take care of the importance of the farmers and make them active partner. I think this is the brief intervention I would like to make. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words and for marking your beautiful presence. And now we are moving forward, and I would like to invite Dr. Dinesh Chauhan, who is the head Agribusiness Innovation Platform, ICRI SAT. Everyone, please give it up for Dr. Dinesh Chauhan.
Thank you. Very good afternoon to all of you and esteemed dignitaries on the dais and the esteemed personalities present in this hall. Very good afternoon to all of you and very warm welcome. I am very highly privileged to be part of this committee, Climate Resilient Committee, which has been launched today during World Food India. I come from international organization ICFACRA, which is the only CGI institute headquartered in India. We have been here in existence for almost more than 50 years now, and we have been working around, especially our mandate is to focus around dryland crops. And we focus largely around the crops like climate resilient crops, especially like millets, groundnut, pigeon pea, chickpea, etc. We have been doing a lot of work around climate resilient agriculture, and it is the and at this moment it is very critical for entire farming community to find out solutions for coming up with crops and varieties which are more climate resilient. For the benefit of the audience here who are not aware about the work which ICRISAT does in this area, we have got one of the largest gene banks situated here in India with more than 132,000 accessions. Since our inception, we have been instrumental in releasing more than 1,300 seed varieties, and which has been provided to almost more than 80 countries across the globe. We don't not only operate in India, but we also focus on Southeast Asia and Africa. We have regional offices in Africa as well. We do a lot of work around climate smart agriculture, around precision farming, regenerative agriculture and all. And probably I would like to contribute on behalf of my organization to see how can I support this mission of forming up of this committee, where we can contribute in a manner to help to solve some of these complex problem statements. Also, further, ICRISAT has got a lot of facilities in terms of research, genomics, speed breeding, etc. Just to update you all, we recently released a variety in pigeon pea which is heat resistant. That means that it is actually a winter crop which can be grown in summer also now, right? So it can be grown in any season or of an year for the farmer. So this will help in solving a lot of issues, especially addressing the protein requirement of the nations or the countries, etc. This is in brief. We look forward to have more collaboration and partnerships in this. I can see NIFTEM and other organizations also on the dais. We do a lot of work around nutrient profiling and developing product and recipes around having relevant nutrient protein in the crops, right? So this is kind of the work which we do. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dinesh Chauhan. And you have made time for us, given us your lovely words. Thank you so much for that. And now we are moving ahead, and I would like to call upon the last but not the least speaker of this session, Dr. A.K. Singh, who is the former DDG, ICAR, and ex-VC. Everyone, please, a huge round of applause for Dr. A.K. Singh.
Thank you very much. I would like to thank the organizers for giving this point to me, and dignitaries on the dais and colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Well, the topic is climate resilient agriculture, and let me just give you a little brief. What we have been doing, of course, a lot has to be done. We initiated a project called National Initiative on Climate Resilient Agriculture. It was called Climate Resilient Agriculture way back in 2010 and 11. And then it was renamed after 4 or 5 years as National Innovative Climate Resilient Agriculture. In this, we focused on all the 3-4 aspects which are important. One is the support of policymakers, the development agencies, the scientists, because they develop the technology, and then the farmers, who are the end users. In case of India, we all know that about 86% of the farmers are small and marginal. Globally, that percentage is around 84%. They are resource poor, they hardly have any access to technology. So one of the main things is that how do we transfer the technology that exists as of today to the farmers? And we need to use modern tools which probably were not accessible to us 10 years back, like AI or ML, whatever it is required, IoT. Just to give you a few things, because I was associated with the initiation of that project, and we have, as a part of the initiation, we have developed district-wise contingency, extreme weather event contingency plans. Now, when we talk of climate, I always refer to two things. One is the change in temperature. When it's 1.5 degrees or 2 degrees or whatever it is. All those predictions have gone wrong. But it is the variability that happens within a season that is more important. And the farmer has to be provided for a solution to that, either before the crop, or when he's sowing the crop, or when the crop is growing in the field. That is what is very important, and that situation is changing for agriculture. More, I would say, our variability is much larger than what was happened a few years ago. So we really need to come up with solutions which can be taken to the farmer as fast as possible. Because when a farmer's animal is there or a crop is standing, he wants a solution. So it is the management, and I feel that the private sector can play a much greater role in taking this technology and helping the resource poor farmers in adopting these technologies. I would not like to go in detail, but as I said, we have got contingency plans already for extreme events district-wise, and they are available on the website. So it's not that we are going to start from zero. We have done a lot of things. Technologies have been identified. In fact, last year in 2024, the Honorable Prime Minister of India released 109 climate-resilient varieties for both field crops and horticulture. We have been also working on how to reduce the methane emission from livestock through shelter management, diets, and whatever is possible. Again, so all these things are already there. But I think the purpose of this committee is how to take this, or whatever we have been doing and what needs to be done, to the farmer at the earliest. I think I'd like to stop here. But we have some material on the ground, and the basic fact that India's food production has been able to withstand whatever changes have occurred during the last whatever decade or so is proof that there is something, some resilience has been developed in the Indian agricultural system. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. A.K. Singh. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost at the end of this session. But before that, it's going to be something really special here. That is the launch of our committee. And the launch of the Climate Resilient Culture CRA Committee by Indian Chamber of Food and Agriculture, ICFA, BL Agro, and Leeds Connect. Yes, that moment has finally come. But before we go ahead and go towards the launch, I would like to invite on the stage Dr. Ghanshyam Khandelwal, Chairman BL Agro Industries Limited, and Chairman ICFA UP Chapter. So once again, can we have a huge round of applause for Dr. Ghanshyam Khandelwal? And I also request Mr. Angelo Mauricio, Agri Attache from Embassy of Brazil in India, to please join us on the stage for the launch as well. Thank you so much, sir. And ladies and gentlemen, finally it is the time for the launch of the special committee. So I request Mr. Angelo to please join us on the stage. I request our esteemed guests and all the people from the audience to please stand up on your seats, as we are going to begin with the special time, the launch of Climate Resilient Agriculture CRA Committee by Indian Chamber of Food and Agriculture, ICFA, BL Agro and Leads Connect. Ladies and gentlemen, the Climate Resilience Agriculture CRA Committee is being constituted as a high-level multi-stakeholder platform dedicated to promoting climate-smart strategies, advancing resilient agricultural practices, and strengthening value chains to safeguard food security and farmer livelihoods. It's time that we do the launch now. So can we make a huge round of applause and let's see the launch happening. Let's witness the beautiful moment, launch of the committee. Ladies and gentlemen, this committee will bring together thoughts, leaders, policy makers, industry representatives, and researchers to pioneer innovative solutions for a more sustainable and climate resilient agricultural ecosystem. Everyone, a huge round of applause, please. And congratulations to all of us for making this happen. ICFA and BL Agro are jointly launching the Climate Resilience Agriculture CRA Committee, which has just been launched with the aim of aligning science, policy, and practice to address the challenges posed by climate change in agriculture. Thank you so much, gentlemen. I request the audience to please take your respective seats. Thank you so much. And I request Dr. Ghanshyam to please felicitate all our esteemed guests on the stage. I request everyone to please take your respective seats. And I request Dr. Ghanshyam to please felicitate all our esteemed guests on the stage for this session. I request Dr. Ghanshyam to please felicitate Dr. Tarun Sridhar, who is IAS Director General, Indian Chamber of Food and Agriculture. Everyone, a huge round of applause for Dr. Tarun Sridhar. Thank you so much, sir, for your golden presence, that warm, and for all your precious time. Thank you. Next, I request Dr. Ghanshyam to felicitate Dr. H.S. Oberoi, who is Director, National Institute of Food Technology and Management. Everyone, please give it up for Dr. H.S. Oberoi. Thank you so much, sir. I request Mr. J.P. Meena, who is IAS Secretary General, Indian Beverage Association, to please come forward, and we can see the felicitation happening. Everyone, why is it low? Round of applause. It should be high applause. Thank you. Okay, moving ahead. May I also request Mr. Vivek Mathur, is the Executive Director, Indian Chamber of Food and Agriculture, to please step forward, and Dr. Ghanshyam to felicitate the gentleman. Okay, next we have Dr. Dinesh Chauhan, who is the Head Agribusiness Innovation Platform, ICRI SAT. Everyone, please give it up for Dr. Dinesh Chauhan. And thank you so much, Doctor, for your lovely presence, for all your time and amazing words here. Thank you. Now my last request from Dr. Ghanshyam to please felicitate Dr. A.K. Singh, former DDG, ICAR and ex-VC. Thank you so much, sir, for the beautiful presence, all your time and the participation into this lovely session. Thank you. Everyone, can we have a huge round of applause for all the gentlemen out here? I would like to thank Mr. Angelo Mauricio for his lovely presence on the stage. Thank you so much for joining us.